Welcome to Purposeful Platforms. My name is Vandu. I'm back again with another word of encouragement. In sharing that, I hope that it will help somebody, because when you're going through something, just remember that you're not the only one in that situation, and you have to lean on God. And in my leaning on God, He helps me, He encourages me. And this morning, the encouragement that I have is from the book of Genesis chapter 3. And with this encouragement, I want to encourage a parent, a father, a mother, or a guardian who has children that are giving them a hard time, who are walking in their own way, not the way of what the parents expect of them or what their parents have taught them. There's a lot of things happening concerning children in this season, in this time, or probably I'm a parent of children in that age group, that you have to really be awake by what is going on around. So today I just want to encourage someone like a parent like myself, that let us learn from God. In the book of Genesis chapter 3, as I have said, we see God had created man and put them in the Garden of Eden. That's Adam and Eve. He allowed them to be free in the garden, to walk around, to interact with the other inhabitants of the garden, the animals that God had created. And that's when the trouble came. We as parents, we have our children. We allow our children to go out, to go to school, to go to places. And it is as they interact with other children that we find that there are things that are not right that are happening in our children's lives. It happened to God with His first children, Adam and Eve. They sinned. How did they sin? Eve had a conversation with the serpent, and she was told the opposite of what God had told her concerning the tree. She was deceived. Our children are being deceived. They're getting engaged in conversation. At the end of those conversations, they are deceived to do things that are not right. They think that after that conversation, or after they do what they are doing, they will be famous. But honestly, they are destroyed. And God dealt with His own children. And my encouragement for us today is, let us not abandon or neglect our children because of the way they are behaving. They are our children, God's blessings, God's inheritance upon us. So we have to take care of them. We have to rise from that place of disappointment. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it brings disappointment when your child, you have high hopes for them, then they're doing completely the opposite of what you are expecting. I believe that it grieved God when Adam and Eve sinned, but He did not abandon them. He went into the garden. He spoke to them. He asked them, Adam, Eve, where are you? Because He did not find them in the place where He was expecting to find them. Many of us are not finding our children in the place where we expect them to be. They've been drawn somewhere else. That's what happened to Adam and Eve. The serpent had drawn them. And the serpent is not dead. The devil is not dead. He's just using different agents. In the garden, the agent was the serpent. In this world we are living in, the agent could be another child, could be the tablet that he has. You think that it's only the phone. In some schools they use the iPads and all that. The devil can infiltrate those things and use them to corrupt our children. But are we going to neglect our children because of that? No, we are not neglecting our children. We will go out as God went out into the garden and called His children forth. Called Adam, where are you? Adam and Eve said, we are hiding. Why are you hiding? And Adam said, Eve. Eve said, the serpent. Have you ever had a conversation with your children when they've done something wrong that they're not supposed to do? If they're still in the position of being spoken to, if you can talk to them, have you ever asked them what happened? They will tell you it's so and so, it's so and so, it's so and so. And that's what happened in the garden. The children of God did that. They started pointing fingers. But God knew where the problem was. God knew where the problem was. He didn't say, I'm not your father anymore. I have no business with you. He covered his children's nakedness. Yes, they faced the consequences of their sin, but they were empowered. He said that you will bruise the head of the enemy. And my encouragement for us today is we have been given the power as children of God to bruise the head of the enemy. We are going to stand in the place of prayer and destroy the head of the enemy in the mighty name of Jesus. The devil has no power over our children. He can try because he is on a mission. And we know from the book of John, that the devil has come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. But after that, the Lord is saying, but I have come to give life, and life in abundance. So we are going to hold on to the path of God, that what the devil is trying to kill, give life. What the devil is trying to destroy, give life. What the devil is trying to steal from us, give life. If we think that our children are gone beyond redemption, we are fooling ourselves. That's what the devil wants us to think. That's what the devil wants us to think. But God is saying, I have come to give life. Bring that child. Call that child out. Call your son out. Call your daughter out. And bring them before the Lord, the giver of life. And he will restore our children back to life in the mighty name of Jesus. The Lord has not given us these children for sorrow, but they are for signs and wonders. And the signs and wonders will be fulfilled through their lives in the mighty name of Jesus. We are not going to give up our children or to neglect our children to the hands of the enemy simply because we feel, what have I done wrong? Stop blaming yourself as a parent. Let us stop blaming ourselves. God had not done anything wrong when Adam and Eve sinned. It was not God's fault. He had told them that do not eat from this fruit, from this tree. And they did and ate. You told your children, do not do this. Do not go with these children. And they went. Is that your fault? No. But if we are going to focus on what have I done wrong, you've been crying all day. You've cried, what have I done wrong? Where have I gone wrong with these children? You have not gone wrong if you have stood in your place and taught your children. But the devil is on a mission, is doing his own. And let's be on our mission as well, as fathers, as mothers. And on a mission as well, to pray for our children, to call our children back, to call our children back to the light, to call them from darkness and call them back to God. And say, God, remind God that, God, you gave me these children and they are not for sorrow. They are for signs and wonders. Let your signs and wonders be fulfilled through the lives of these children. It doesn't matter, as long as your child is still alive, there is still hope. You have to arise in the place of prayer and call your children out. Do not give up on your children. And this is my encouragement for today, that do not give up on your children. Do not allow the devil to have the final say concerning your children. No, he doesn't have the final say, because the Lord did not give them. They were not born in the house of the devil. They were born in your house, in your family, for a reason, for us to raise our children, to train them in the way they should go. And we are doing that. And in the place of prayer, we are getting our children back in the mighty name of Jesus. Be encouraged. Bye.